Hello and welcome all my tribe to Compass Rose Tarot and Sage with me, your magical mother-looking unicorn, who today is scary but cute because I am really sick. And I mean, here we are talking about Pluto having gone direct today. Okay, that is the whole point. This is my intention as we begin things here. Okay, so all stuffle-nosed and face looking exciting because I have rheumatoid arthritis and that makes my body do weird things and have fun discoloration. So yeah, Pluto going direct. Okay, and here I am talking about my rheumatoid arthritis that I've had since I was 26. Okay, 26 and a half to be exact. Also, why I enjoy medicine. Okay, because so much of this is about unraveling unhealthy patterns that have been existing in us for the last 2.5, 3, 7, 12, and in some instances 32 years. Okay, unraveling all of that so we can exit into a space of being on our frequency. Okay, whatever your vibe, whatever it is that higher vibe side is for you. Okay, not to say that everybody must aspire to be a monk. Okay, not to say that everybody must aspire to be a priest, a warrior. You know, some of us just exist. Okay, but this is a time of testing what it is that you stand for. Whatever it is that you stand for, stake a claim. Okay, and I mean, one of the things that I do stand for is chronic illness awareness. Weird as medicine for many of us. Okay, this is something that for me is very much Pluto. Okay, Sagittarius rising. I am definitely someone who likes to talk about myself because how I learn is when others speak about themselves, and I can learn something from the experience of having a mirror before me. Okay, because sometimes checking a mirror isn't so much that sense of like, oh, hey, check me out, it's great. Because sometimes when you look in a mirror, it's with a sense of bravery. Sometimes when you look in a mirror, it's in a defiance of being afraid of what it is that you are going to see. Sometimes looking in a mirror is an ability to look at something that is out of place so that it can be adjusted. Justice, Libra season. Okay, this is something else that I really want to talk about as well. Okay, because Libra new moon in Libra season at a time when so many things are coming forward when it comes to disentangling ourselves, choosing to disentangle ourselves from long-term patterns, especially ones that have to do with an imbalance of power and injustice, fear of scarcity, fear of loss versus standing within a sense of confidence of what it is that we are creating. Whatever it is that you are choosing, choose it confidently. Okay, because between now and December it will be sorted out for you to decide between December and February whether you are on the right side or the wrong side. Okay, and so much of this Libra season energy is pushing that. Okay, it's such a thing that I took notes. So uno momento, there's the Capricorn side, right? We work with what we got. And I mean, some of this is also because there are, to me, a lot of inspiring readers on YouTube. And when I attempted my relaunch in my, oh, hey, look, I'm emerging from a cocoon, and I have legs phase and sort of like meandered around slightly differently. It was a blessed hermit phase that taught me lessons that I will be forever grateful for. That sense of knowing intuition versus insecurity. That might get it out, that might stay in. Okay, but intuition versus insecurity was a big, major one for me. Because it is playing out in that area of other lessons that I have learned about myself when it comes to boundaries, big picture, contentment, and the nation of self. Okay? Because yes, there are many, because so much of this is relationship energy. Oh, hey, yeah, in the notes. Partnership versus lesson, right? What is a soul bond? Is it an opportunity to learn something? Is it an opportunity to expand? Because we are a nation of self, but we are one tribe. Okay? And it's this energy of what do you stand for and who do you stand with? What are your values? Okay? Not so much, this is not the universe telling you, these are your values, take them. Okay? This is much more that essence of Whatever your values are, be prepared to die on that hill, because in most cases we won't be dying on that hill, okay? In most cases we're actually going to have, like, the cavalry come riding in, and here appeareth Gandalf, okay? Like, suddenly out of nowhere, and everybody's alright. Because Lord of the Rings exists, and honestly, yes, that was a thing, but you know what? The books were quite rambling, okay? Which is my style presently, okay? Because I am now adjusting to the fact that, yes, a butterfly does not travel the same way. Okay, butterflies fly. It's quite a different experience than walking, okay? But you're still looking at plants, okay? It's still that same sense of earth. It's still that same sense of growth. It's just on a different level. It's still that same truth, that same sense of nourish yourself from the earth around you. Nourish yourself from what is good and sweet. And I mean, that sense of it's the same environment. You're just viewing things from a higher level, from a different angle, from a higher point of view. Okay, that is my main moment in conversation about butterfly transformational energy. Okay, from your own personal magical model-looking butterfly accord. Okay, because that is the thing, is that now there is that sense of level up energy. Are we prepared to be tested upon what it is that we have learned? Okay, Pluto going direct in Capricorn is very much in not conjunction. Okay, but it's echoing back to April, specifically April 24th, okay? But it's definitely look back to circumstances that were going on at that time and check with yourself to see if the approach you had then was proper or not, okay? Because for many of us, this has been a touch of Groundhog Day. For many of us, that sense of what is not part of the higher path will be removed by the universe. Yes, true, okay? And that is that sense of aligning ourselves with what serves a greater purpose than just ourselves, okay? Because yes, there is a healthy dose of ego, okay? Poison dose to cure, etc., okay? And possibly actually going to be repeating that a lot because it's quite true. Okay, so here's another me moment. On the anniversary-ish, okay, of my rheumatoid arthritis journey, the beginning of it, 26 and a half, exposed to parvovirus B19, because I was working with children, okay, and a very small part of the population has this, women between ages of 16 and 27, okay, have the potential to receive this sort of rheumatoid arthritis or have it kick off in the same fashion, okay? And this is literally what happened to me right around this time of year when I was 26. So I find it very intriguing that here I am once again facing the mask of my chronic illness condition to either stay quiet and keep it to myself or actually embrace the fact that I like to share my story. Yeah, scary but cute, okay? It's weird, but it's good, okay? Because that is so much of what Pluto Direct is asking us, especially because Saturn is also there as well, okay? And I know I'm saying okay a lot, but this is a video that comes forth in a place where I'm a little bit uncertain. But what I was trying to say is gratefulness to the energy of other YouTube readers who have also recorded from the trenches of life with that sense of embrace the message. Okay, and the sharing and the rise up, because so many of us light workers really, yeah, calling out tribe. Yep, we as light workers, or like whatever terminology you want to use, okay? Labels are like clothes, okay? Some people are perfectly content to wander around naked, okay? Same time you don't want to wander around naked at the desert. And sometimes it's just fun. It's fun. Like, even if nakedity was completely accepted by the entirety of society, I would still love to try on different things because it's a sense of this emphasizes some aspect. It's a sympathetic magic for me, I guess. It's that feeling of this helps to influence my day, to make me feel strong, to make me feel that sense of connection. And that's a lot of what I have been seeing in the synchronicities with other YouTube readers who have stood strong in the midst of their caterpillar process, their emergence, this whole ascension and awakening jazz. I'm sick. I'm so sorry. But yes, this is a lot of what we are seeing here, okay, is that sense of if you have a pride goeth before the fall, okay, I release my pride, now I get to fall, cool, but we are safe, Okay? Jumping without a net is something that can be frightening, but who needs a net when you have a parachute? Right? Okay? Because what we're getting here is a sense of this is a preview of the new order of things. Okay? That sense of this earth, this universe has been very much in that masculine energy for just a touch too long because it's coming toxic now. It's kind of been toxic for a while. And we are swinging back in the other direction. It's a rise up from that place to bring everything back into center. Okay? And yes, on the one hand, the validation that it is not personal circumstances that seem much harder than they are. Okay, when they first come up, because that's not the thing here. Main theme that I have received for a lot of people I read for is that sense of it's not as bad as it looks. Okay, it's more harmless than you think. And it's not as harmful as you think either. Okay, but that sense of being ready to die on this hill and then to find out for some of us the hill just has a lot of fluffy pillows. Or for some of us to find out that, okay, so yeah, there's a hill and there's a battle, but it's like cosplay, you know, it's not as bad as it looks. Okay, there are still some things to be negotiated. There are still some things to be laid out because, of course, this is Pluto energy, that gallows humor, that sense of cutting things, okay, scythe, death. It reminds me of the Discworld book series and that whole energy of death with that sort of playful sense of humor, okay? That feeling of, okay, well, it is death, but, like, I also like to have fun. It's a transformation, it's a change, okay? And the changes that are coming forward are based off of what it is that we stand for, okay? So we are still continuing that what do we stand for energy. The other thing here is, why is this being asked? Because the prophet bringeth down the new law from the mountain. You know, that was kind of the energy that we have here coming from the moon that we just passed. Okay, and as it grows within its light, it's this emphasis on as truth comes forward and illusions are shattered, some good, some bad, we are standing within ourselves. And even between now and October 7th, things will be more stabilizing. Around October 7th. Mostly because that sense of, yes, things are continuing to come at us, but not so quickly. Okay, not to a point of overwhelm, because presently, for myself personally, if it resonates, let it radiate, and then if not, walk along, okay? For me personally, it's this sense of things keep coming. I don't know whether to dodge, duck, or reach and grab, okay? But around the 7th, this energy of, we'll actually be able to duck, okay? We're going... I might edit a lot of this. I might not. We are going from this energy of being a moving target to being able to ascertain what it is we need to do in that moment. So it is very Matrix, okay? It's that awareness for Neo, hello, awakening moment, right? Of being able to see... It's a cold, I ain't dying, they just really suck. It's that energy of being able to see the patterns in the matrix, okay, so that we can dodge and duck and catch as necessary, okay? And some of us will be doing all three of those things with bullets, okay? But some of us will be finding out that what we are catching is of great value and worth, and whatever it is you catch, it is karmically part of what you stand for, which can be good, bad, or ugly, or anywhere in between, depending on what it is that what it is that you are standing for. Okay, because we are not that point of judgment yet. I will join the tribe with that sense of, yeah, no, there's a big universal wake-up call going on. It just comes first from the micro and then is reflected within the macro. No, why does it have to work that way? Here's my personal perspective on this. Because enough of us who have suffered injustice wrongly, okay, and I mean, it's a lot of people, okay? This is not a lovely world. But for enough of us who have suffered injustice, okay, soul wounds, that sense of reaching forth for something better is going to be part of what changes things, okay? Because en masse, that sense of, and then we're starting with the high vibe tribe, okay? Not to place judgment on anybody's journey who are viewing things, whether you're high, middle, low, what the frick ever, whether you don't even vibe, I don't care. Okay? You do you. I care so much that I care. And then I don't care. Because you do you. Okay? It is this sense of reaching for that higher vibe and within ourselves being able to recognize that sense of self-worth and then mirror it back to others so others can wake up and the light can be spread. And here we go with like, what, Lord of the Rings again? Oh, was that, oh wait, that was, it's kind of like that old-fashioned, whether it was Lord of the Rings or some other fantasy realm, okay? Possibly even like actual history. I am very tired. I'm normally very aware of these things, okay? But, you know, sick, tired, etc., okay? That putting a beacon on a hill, okay? Because as the prophet is bringing down new laws from the mountain, some of us are going to be made aware of what they are before he gets here, okay? This is how I'm taking the Sabian symbol for the most recent moon. Your interpretation thereof is up to you, but this is what is coming forth in the reading. And that sense of we are being made aware of the change so that we can anticipate it and help to disseminate it to others so that we can all have the opportunity, even though if not everybody goes there, then that is their choice, okay? But we can all, on a micro and an internal and a macro level, reach for that which is in the middle. Libra season. Balance, harmony. Not on this side only. Not on this side only. Harmony and balance is the goal. Okay? And that feeling here of, and this is something, power struggles. Okay? Free will. It's that emphasis very clearly on the fact that it's like intend to harm none, but do what you are led to do. Okay? Because if your actions are based on being within flow, you will flow. And if you are not, it will be recognized. Okay? So there's a lot of trust in the universe going on. There's a lot of if you could reach for whatever it is that you could reach for back before all the baggage came in. We are being led down within for this one. Okay? It's very much a spiral path energy. What is a spiral path? It means we are not traveling out. Okay? We are not traveling somewhere. We are traveling ever further within to that core center of self to learn what it is that we stand for. And then to exit that space, we must come back out. Okay, so they're repeating themes here. They're repeating lessons, opportunity to close out karma, opportunity to continue connections. This is something that will be unfolding over the next couple of weeks here, and then we reach a point of slowdown like we're seeing around 10:07. But more truth to be revealed, 10:18 to 10:23. Okay, and I don't even think I'm going to pull a whole lot of cards on this, probably just one, because it feels like there's a sense of like, okay, that's kind of settling in, and that opportunity for sleep is quite close. Alright, let's see what we're getting. Anything for the collective? I will say the collective, because that feels like a thing. Okay. So, the moon, it's a weird time. Okay, but if you're on target and you have your pack with you, you are good. If you're feeling hunted, figure out what it is that you're running from and figure out what your pack and your tribe is, okay? Figure out that sense of awareness for you, where it is that you feel centered, grounded, okay? Can you die on this hill, this earth that you stand upon? If yes, then yes. And it's not a sense of, we must die. It's not that big of a feeling, okay? It's much more this vibe of, what is it that you're willing to fight with truth for? Okay, and I mean using truth as a weapon. Okay, having boundaries as a weapon, not because we are looking to stab, but because we are looking to defend. And King of Wands let us know that a lot of it is going to be kind of fiery, and there's a passionate energy going on here. And more importantly, it's things that will be showing up around the next, fire sign season, which is definitely Sagittarius December energy. Keep in mind there will be interesting invitations coming forward in that sense of keep an open mind. Keep an open mind. Keep an open mind. It's repetitive because it's needing to be repeated. Okay? 3 is the energy of not completion but foundation building. So keep in mind there's a 4th that needs to come forth. There's a 4th thing. We're not quite finished yet. That energy is still unfolding and manifesting itself. And 10 of Wands, there's a lot of us who are being given the opportunity to lay down burdens and to release things that are baggage that we have carried forth and enter into a new cycle, especially with things that we were passionate about. Once again, what lights your fire? What do you stand for? This is a lot of what we see here, but once again, I'm being reminded to keep in mind it's Pluto season, gallows humor, also undoing generational curses, recognizing the unhealthy family patterns that we have been embracing, and also being grateful for the ones that are not negative. Okay, because contemplation is still a large part of this. While things are strange, continue to meditate, ground, center, focus, treasure self, because Ace of Wands, see, so much fire energy. It's very much that sense of new start, new road, new passion, and oh hey, here we are again. What do you stand for? Stake your territory, because you're about to be asked what territory you would die for. You don't gotta die for it, okay? And it's not such a dire straits. Remember, it's not as bad as it looks, because the main thing universe is trying to do is to get us all to nourish ourselves. Okay? Really, truly, nourish ourselves, because we cannot nourish others if we don't nourish ourselves, says the sick woman. Who's over here like, okay, yeah, no, I'm going to bed. All right. This was your moment of Pluto Direct of what we have going on here. Like, share, subscribe, or like, don't even. It's okay. And that's the fun part, is this is very... universe has my back, okay? And that is what I leave you with. Namaste, weird maste. The divinity in me recognizes the divinity with you. And all the other parts come together to create a whole. Okay, so, we'll leave it there, because I have no idea how to leave things ever. Okay, alright.